impressive. I love how the contrasting of the red and green plants have different shades ranging from almost yellow to almost pink, with red and green being on the polar ends of that spectrum. I love the fact that most planting space on this tank is planted, and there's very little visible substrate on the front left portion of the tank. But every other real estate here is planted. Um, from looking at the tank, the scaper creates a natural looking symmetry of the color palette, where there are equal reds and greens on both lateral halves of the tank. But the scaper does all of this without making it seem like the tank is being divided into two equal mirror halves of each other, though. So this is actually very, very impressive. My feedback is that the power head, hopefully, could be moved to the right back corner instead of the front left corner. Then that would be great. I say this because I notice it every time I look at the scape. When I was making this video and doing this recording, I keep on noticing that power head first. It's the first thing that I see, and then my mind goes, "Oh, I've never seen that kind of power head before. I wonder what brand it is, or like I wonder if that's expensive." And then I go, "Oh, this is a really nice tank." That's the first thing that catches my eye every single time. However, this could be for a specific purpose, so I make this comment only if it's just placed there for because there's no other space, or maybe that was the first spot that the scaper stuck that to. I know that for my own tank, my main tank, I have a power head on the left side as well, but it's a bit more to the back, and you only see it when my Rotala Atra is trimmed. When I let it grow, the foliage actually fully covers it, and you see the current coming from it ruffling the leaves. But once the Atra is heavily grown, it covers it up fully, so you don't see it at all. So that would be my feedback on this. Almost done at submission number 8 here. So this one is from at Shrimp Field. Okay, so that's at Shrimp Field. If I'm not mistaken, this is a Fluval Flex type of tank with a built-in filter in the back of the tank. I've seen a lot of these in big box stores recently, and some stores that are mom and pop run. I love the fact that just for extra biofiltration, the scaper uses a sponge filter as well. If it doesn't have a built-in filter in the back, that would explain the missing nozzles and the sponge filter. I do love the plants that are being used here. However, I feel like this tank has a lot of undiscovered potential here. My feedback is that if this was my canvas to paint on, I would move all the beautiful plants that are in here to one side, with a power head blowing the top portions of the plants towards the opposite direction, and create a beautiful flowing stream of biotope that has plants being carried in the current. I would incorporate some river rocks here as well, some kind of wood branching trees, something that you would normally find in a biotope system, like a small creek in the middle of the woods where dead branches have fallen. Also, I think they're called almond leaves, like dried almond leaves. Those would be something that can create tannins in the water, and I think this would be an amazing biotope setup if done that way. But then again, that's just my own ideas on it. This vast open space could also benefit from a Dutch-style aquascaping method. Dutch-style aquascaping is actually my favorite style of aquascape method because it doesn't need you to buy expensive rocks measured by a lot of money per pound, or big pieces of wood that are already tagged with a steep price tag. If you ever see those in big box pet stores, you can start with 2 or 3 cups of those cultured tissue plants from most pet stores that sell fish and aquarium supplies. These can be planted, and as they grow, you can just trim the stems and then replant them to colonize the entire space if you're on a tight budget. That's what I do. Once there's not enough space left to plant, then the other reason why I love Dutch aquascapes is because you can sell the plant trimmings, and in a way the hobby kind of supports itself, because now you're selling things that you normally just kill with bleach and then throw in the trash, right? So this tank has a lot of potential, and I hope that the Scaper utilizes the space to its utmost potential of keeping costs reasonable. Okay, almost done here. Submission number 9 is from at Tom's Aquarium. The composition of the scape is quite pleasing, with fast-growing zucchini plants spread across throughout the entire tank and not just one spot. It gives it a nice jungle feel to it, and I really like that kind of feel with my Dutch aquascape themed tank. I always just let the plants grow really tall and give it a crowded jungle feel to it. I find it curious when someone uses a focal point like driftwood for this tank right in the middle of the tank, but it doesn't hold the viewer's gaze onto it for too long or dominate the scape itself. In this situation, the driftwood seems to blend into the plant matter, and it actually just accentuates the scape instead of standing out on its own and dominating it. However, personally, I would try to hide those breeding/hiding tubes that pull me away from the immersion in the scape. It makes me ask, what is that? What is that for? Is this scaper also being fish here? Whenever I look at fish tanks, I always let myself get immersed into it, and in my mind, it's like I'm looking at a piece of nature. I can step back and kind of zoom out to get like an overall view of the entire system, or focus on one small spot and kind of just imagine how that would be like out there in nature. Well, that's how I immerse myself looking at fish tanks. That's probably my own weirdness, but that's just how I do it. So with these ones, all these questions are entering my mind instead of my mind just simply zoning out as I watch the fish interact with their environment. Personally, I would turn those tubes to the broadside towards us and cover it with Java moss or other epiphyte plants so that the general shape is muted into the natural look of the tank without reducing the functionality at all. It may become even more alluring to the fish if some moss covers the entrance a little bit like a privacy curtain. It just gives them a more genuine hiding spot feel. Alright, last but not least, number 10. I'm not going to try and pronounce the Scaper's Instagram handle here. I'll just make a post of it. So with this one, I love the variety of easy to keep plants in the tank, and even though there aren't that much of contrast in colors in the tank for red plants and green plants, when the plants grow a little longer, I imagine this tank having a lovely green hue when the bright lights hit the leaves. I like the overall composition and placement of the hardscape, and it looks very natural to my eyes. My only feedback is that the thermometer and the drop checker could be placed in the back right corner, facing to the side. personally, that's how I've always done my indicators, but this is just my preference. That way it's not very visible. In my mind, this could be a situation where ease of access for these devices could be at odds with the aesthetic feel of the tank. But in this situation, this is just personal preference. And we have reached the conclusion of our very first Offish meeting. These have been some of the aquascapes that you have submitted for everyone to see, draw inspiration from, admire, and provide constructive feedback on. I hope that this video has been informative to all who watched it and participated in our first Offish space meeting. My name is Ralph, and I hope to see you again next time.